Okay, trick tip Tuesday, 2 tricks. Frontside brunts, backside brunt, then front tail, back tail. Yeah, okay, go skiing, stay roost.
Welcome, Trick Tip Tuesday. This week we're doing frontside and backside tail slides. For your front tail, have your approach like you're going to do a 50-50. Going, you want to have a good ollie, make sure you get over the rail before you turn. Turn your hips and your legs towards the rail, keeping those shoulders square. And pretty much you want to land right on your tail. You don't really have to catch the rail very much because you're going just straight down the rail. You're just turning your hips and your legs, keeping those shoulders square. Hold that all the way to the end. Keep all the weight on the back foot. Coming out of the rail, same thing. Turn your hips, your legs back, keeping the knees bent, and land a trick. All right, back tail. This one's a little different. It's kind of a trick on its own. Same thing though. You want to have your nice approach. You want to have a good ollie, and then don't try to go towards the rail. You'll overshoot it. Go parallel with the rail. Make sure you get over it. Turn your hips and your legs towards. Same thing. You don't really have to catch it very much. Just kind of land on it. Keep all that weight on the back foot. Keeping those shoulders square. Hold it all the way into the rail. Coming out, same thing. Turn hips and legs back. Keeping the knees bent and land the trick. Okay, Jordan's going to show us here an improper frontside tail. It's a good approach, a good ollie. He doesn't quite commit to the trick though and turn his board 90 degrees to the rail. Kicks him off the rail every single time. Okay, Jordan's going to show us here an improper back tail. His approach is very nice. It's a good ollie, but he turns a little too soon, catching his tail underneath the rail. As a result, he falls every single time. Okay, proper frontside tail slide. Jordan has a nice approach, a good ollie. Once he's in the air over the rail, turns his hips and his legs, keeping his shoulders parallel to the rail, landing flat on the rail, holding that all the way to the end. Coming off the rail, turn your hips and your legs back, keep the knees bent, and land the trick. Okay, proper backside tail here. Jordan has a good approach, very nice ollie. Once he's in the air over the rail, turns his hips and his legs, keeping his shoulders parallel to the rail, landing flat on the rail, keeping his head looking, hold that all the way to the end. Coming off the rail, turn your hips and your legs back, keep the knees bent, and land the trick. All right, welcome to Trick Tip Tuesday. This week we're doing frontside and backside blunt slide. So for your front blunt, have your approach like you would be doing it front board. So a nice approach, good ollie. Same thing, turn your hips, your legs, keeping those shoulders parallel to the rail. This is where it's different than front board. You want to push your foot all the way over and catch that rail, keeping all your weight on your back foot. Level it off, keeping your board flat to the rail. Make sure you're looking down the rail, hold that all the way to the end. Coming off the rail, turn your hips, your legs back, keeping the knees bent, and land the trick. All right, backside blunt slide, same thing as backboard kind of. Same approach, same thing. You want to push all the way over when you get there, all right? So good approach, good ollie. Turn your hips and your legs, keeping those shoulders square. Push your back foot out there, catch the rail, level it off, keep it flat to the rail. Don't be too heel heavy, you'll slip out. Hold that all the way to the end. Coming off the rail, same thing. Turn your hips and your legs back, keeping the knees bent, and land the trick. All right, Dylan's going to show us here an improper frontside blunt slide. He's got a good approach, a good ollie, but he doesn't catch the rail. He lands on top, which causes him to drift across the rail, not down the rail, and comes off early every single time. All right, Dylan's going to do an improper backside blunt slide here. His approach is very good. He's a good ollie. He gets into the blunt, but he opens his shoulders up, causing him to keep on spinning, which kicks him off the rail every single time. Okay, proper front blunt here. Dylan has a nice approach, very good ollie. Once he's in the air, same thing. Turn those hips and the legs, keeping the shoulders parallel to the rail. Poke that all the way to the blunt, slightly catch the rail, level it off, hold that to the end. Make sure you're looking. Coming off the rail, turn your hips and legs back, keep the knees bent, and land the trick. Okay, proper backside blunt slide here. It's a very nice approach, a good ollie. Once he's in the air, turns his hips and his legs towards the rail, keeping the shoulders square. Pokes that to get to the blunt, slightly catch the rail, level it off, hold it all the way to the end. Coming off the rail, turn the hips and the legs back, keeping the knees bent, and land the trick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this week's Trick Tip Tuesday. Here's Jordan and Dylan doing those 2 tricks in real time. Enjoy.
Alright, one more thing for tricks. Always make sure to have an unbuttoned jacket. Not just a couple all the way down. Totally open. Okay, that way you stay loose as possible and make trick work.
Confucius say.
Also, when you're picking a nose, make sure not to go past first knuckle. It'll get stuck. You don't want that.